Hi everybody, I'm a little bit behind the ball with this one, but we've got the patch notes for Call of Duty Warzone here. So I thought we'd go through them because there's some interesting things relating to gunplay in Warzone and how they are increasing the time to kill, which is an interesting decision because one of the problems with Blackout, with the Battle Royale that came with Black Ops 4, was that the time to kill could be extremely long because of the way the armor works. But what sometimes you end up with games that have long time to kills is that you have long times to kill, so it's difficult to kill other players, but the time to die, so the time that it takes for you to be killed, can sometimes seem a lot shorter as well. And this is due to lots of things like network performance, lag, ping, all that sort of stuff. Where the enemies are hitting you. So it's an interesting decision. And what they've said is, it's Raven, isn't it, who do Warzone, are saying that it's to increase the skill gap in gunplay. So the idea is you'll have to be more skilled to kill somebody quickly because you'll have to hit them with headshots and stuff. Now the problem with that is that Call of Duty Warzone for Xbox and PlayStation and PC players is cross-platform. You can't turn it off on Xbox. Now on PlayStation, luckily you can. And we all know who probably has the most accurate controller. It's the PC players with their mouse and keyboard. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm looking forward to getting into playing some Warzone just to see how this changes the game. So we've got the season kind of roadmap here for Season 4 Reloaded. There's a new zombies map in Cold War, new perk, new weapon, new perk, new wonder weapon, new crafting item, new challenge, new internal in zombies. We've got new operator coming, new weapons, and in multiplayer, new multiplayer map, new multiplayer modes, all that sort of stuff. But we're interested in war zones. So let's go through. Similar to double XP weekends, we'll start activating a new special global event where contraband contracts automatically spawn after you complete 2 regular contracts. Contraband contracts award you with a permanent weapon blueprint reward if you're able to extract it from the DZ, in addition to tons of cash within your current match. Blueprint Blitz should give you the opportunity to earn plenty of weapon blueprints from prior seasons. If you missed out or didn't play Warzone during the time these were originally available, contraband contracts award you with previous seasonal rewards after you complete the contract. Note, this event will only apply to the core Battle Royale and Plunder mode, so that's cool. That's cool. If, like me, you've kind of switched from PlayStation to Xbox, I haven't earned any of those old blueprints, so I like that. That's good. Modes. Payload. Warzone's first ever objective-based game mode, Payload, pits 2 teams of 20 players against each other in a race against time. Players drop in to escort 2 caravans of vehicles through a series of checkpoints or sabotage the mission. Build or destroy barriers and purchase buildings to aid in your squad's mission, and be sure to collect any contract you find around Verdansk, as they will help lead you to success. If the attacking team escorts all vehicles across all checkpoints within the time limit, they win the match. The defending team can not only pick off attackers off the payload vehicles to slow them down, but can also buy and build obstacles to stall these vehicles on their tracks. This all happens as operators are dropping in constantly with their own custom loadouts, searching for items across Verdansk like cash and kill streaks to aid their team in escorting or stopping the payloads. Cool to play it. I guess this is going to be like, it's an escort the payload thing, so I'd imagine that the trucks are AI driven and they'll only move forward when you've got friendly team members near them, probably. Look for Payload in the upcoming feature playlist rotation as part of Season 4 Reloaded. Maps. Red doors. Further intel suggests that these red doors will appear and take you to somewhere. General. New prestige items added, calling cards, emblems. The kill chain perk now increases the chance to obtain all Warzone kill streaks from loot. Gameplay. Loot that spawns across Verdansk has been adjusted as follows. New Gulag loadouts. The sentry gun kill streak can be found in red door control rooms. The specialist token is now slightly more common in core Battle Royale. Combat bow kill streak damage has been increased and it will now down enemies who are directly hit. Players will now drop their current equipment directly behind them when looting a loadout drop. Oh, that should make things a little bit easier, especially when you've got a squad doing it and just get this big pile of guns, don't you? Vertical camera movement will no longer be locked when sliding on a downward slope. Dirt bike updates. Wheelies. Lean back to lift the dirt bike and initiate a wheelie. Lean forward to increase steering sensitivity and allow the dirt bike to form sharp turns. The dirt bike now supports leaning forward and backwards in the air as well, so make sure to position yourself for that perfect landing. Maybe we can do backflips. Ascenders now allow multiple players to use them simultaneously, allowing for quicker vertical engagements as a squad. We are excited to share that we are planning the debut of 2 new Warzone specific perks. Alongside them, High Alert will also be receiving an update that allows players to hear dead silent footsteps. Ooh, now that is good. Till then, we may see a weapon make its long-awaited debut in Verdansk. Now, there's lots of bug fixes. We won't go through those. UI, UX, so user interface, user experience. New social menu tabs, recent squad and recent lobbied. Added 2 new tabs to the social menu to display recent squad mates and recent game lobby members so that players can more easily find, friend, and play with their recent team members. Other players that the player interacted with during a match will automatically sorted to the top of the recent lobby list to make it easy to report incidents of cheating and or toxicity even after the match has ended. So then you've got some accessibility stuff, which you're not really interested in. Weapons, here we go. New weapons, BOCW, Black Ops Cold War. So, well, these will be coming into Warzone, won't they? But here we go. This is what we're interested in. The following changes are our first major step towards increasing the average time to kill within Warzone. It is important to note that these weapon adjustments were not made in a vacuum. When evaluating an individual change, some may seem quite drastic, but they were made holistically and in a way that supported a lockstep increase in average time to kill across multiple weapon categories. Torso multipliers were a considerable focus for these changes, with how often they would act as a flat damage increases, given how consistently that location could be hit. With reductions to these multipliers, we are placing a bigger emphasis on precision, a move which we feel is ultimately healthy for the game. But the problem with that is precision comes with mouse and keyboard and cheaters. Not with console, you know, it's very difficult to hit headshots at range on a moving target. Very, very difficult, but you can hit people in the body. Also, one thing that I didn't mention earlier was that Battlefield 5 was crippled. Absolutely crippled by dice flip-flapping backwards and forwards with different damage models. I think they called it like there was like damage 2.0, where they were drastically changing the time to kill and ruining the feel of the game. And you get people who liked it, people who didn't, and instead of just sticking with one thing, statistically there will always be a best weapon. That is the nature of a competitive game. Players will seek out and employ any advantage they can, regardless of how minuscule it may be. We will take great care to ensure that the best weapon never overstays its welcome and has effectiveness that scales with the skill of the handler. Conversely, there are also a great deal of players who prefer a myriad of options to choose from. Our goal is to provide exactly that. We will continue to compress outliers, both over and unperforming, till each weapon is viable at the very least. We do not want players to feel they are at a distinct disadvantage for not conforming to the generally accepted best weapon. We will be closely monitoring the weapon performance to ensure the game is in a healthy state following the biggest balance update in the history of Warzone. And then what we proceed to see then is a massive list of nerfs to most of the weapons. So they're all becoming less powerful. Now it depends on where you're hitting the person, how less powerful they are. But this is all, you know, contributing to this longer time to kill. So all the assault rifles, all the LMGs, sniper rifles aren't, submachine guns, damage decrease. Yeah, so there it is. New operator, Weaver from NATO, and more stuff in the store. So very interesting idea, very interesting indeed, can't talk today. So again, I think you need to dive in and see what this is like, and we got to see whether this time to kill is affected by the time to die. But you know, I think we've got to just keep an eye on it and see what happens. That's enough for me. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.